It's funny.
Hello, Purpose Driven Career Leaders. My name is Kori Burkholder, founder of Purpose Driven Career Accelerator Program. And today I am here with Jon, who just recently finished the program. And we wanted to connect today because we wanted to talk about his experience, what he achieved, and where he is now, what he's doing. And so, without further ado, I would love to introduce you, Jon. So, take it away. Tell us a little bit about yourself and where you might be zooming in from today.
I'm zooming in from my house, and thank you, Corey, for inviting me today. Really appreciate that. This has been an amazing experience for me, really life-changing, to be honest. And right now, I started my own company. It's called Trusted Companion Senior Concierge Care. So we're providing lots of different services to the senior community, but also to family members, or I should say, older adult children, if you will, to be able to provide services, transportation, companionship, move management services, bucket list, vacation ideas, and things of that nature to really fill in the gaps where there might be some overwhelming feelings or guilt feelings or the inability to be able to be at a particular location with a loved one. So this is to help seniors thrive and to provide peace of mind for family members.
I love it. I love it. So he's Jon, you've really found your purpose and your mission. And this is the culmination of, I think we started working together about 6 months ago. So, this is the big results that Jon got, like was clarity, right? And the mission and the purpose. So I would love to hear from you, before we started working together, what were you dealing with? What were you doing for a career? What were your frustrations? Like, what was the before?
Yeah, so the before I ran as the owner and director of preschool in West Hartford for approximately 11 years. And when COVID hit, I closed down the school and I was looking for sort of the next step and hit a very low point. I think being a business owner and losing a business really shook me to my core and made me really have to start to dig deep and look at what are my next steps. What are they going to be? Am I going to be working for somebody else? Am I going to be working for myself again in some capacity? What does the future look like? And it was really daunting and overwhelming, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate to when you're trying to figure out your next move and not exactly certain where you're going. So I spent a lot of time with you, and I thank you and your program bringing me through this soul searching, really to dig deep and to try to help me connect a lot of the dots, which were, my successes as much as my failures, some common themes that would keep popping up, as you described to me, sort of the web that we were weaving together. And I kept coming back to this, wanting to help people, wanting to make an impact, and have as my mission, my impact to leave a stamp on the world and to be a good example for my family,
Mm.
um, be a good example to my wife and my children, being able to pick myself up again and start over from scratch. And I think I've been able to do that, and I'm making a lot of progress now in my new venture, and look to add other aspects to the business as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but
What do you think, were the biggest like aha moments as we were kind of working that web, right? Do you remember any, big aha moments that you had where, you had that moment of clarity or, was there something that like the light bulb went off? Do you remember when it was?
Well, I'm a creative person, so I love the first exercise that we were doing when we were soul searching, and you asked me to draw the pictures of all the negative thoughts.
Mm,
Please share with others my drawings if you care to.
yeah,
Um,
I remember it.
I remember drawing a picture of a head opening up and sort of a brain popping up and having all these negative thoughts just about myself and where I was at and what I was doing. And then we talked about the positive mindset and changing around everything, and I called it magic bubbles. uh,
Hmm.
a picture of lips blowing these bubbles in the air, and they were all the flip side and the positive glasses half full view of all those negative critical thinking thoughts and things that were holding me back. So for me, that was a real aha moment to be able to really just have a mind shift.
Yeah.
Wallowing in my misery of where I was, and being able to say that it's okay to fail, because I think that's important for everybody to understand that there are a lot of times that we want to succeed and we do succeed, but there are many times when we do fail, and we can learn from our failures to turn those into successes. And so that initial sort of soul searching drawings was a real aha moment for me.
Yeah, and I remember it like yesterday, but when we're on that path of, reigniting our life and our career, and there's things that happened, right? Like you had to shut down the business, and that gets in your mind, and so there was like a lot of like cloudiness there. And I remember you doing that drawing, and I think you made copies of it and you kind of put it around so that it's a practice. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's like that new neural pathway. We got to create that in our mind. And so that was really, yeah, a big moment. And yeah, so tell us a little bit about maybe something that you were kind of fearful of when you got the clarity. Was there anything that you kind of worked through,
Yeah,
once you kind of made that decision of where you were going next?
I think it was scary and daunting to think that I was gonna potentially start my own venture.
Right.
Um, so I know you and I talked many times about different paths to possibly take, and through that process, I was also looking at different ventures, and I went and got my real estate license as well to help me, which was a big accomplishment for me, being out of school for so long, to go back to school and pass. And I see that opening up other doors and avenues to complement the business that I'm in right now with this trusted companion senior concierge care and helping people when they're moving and downsizing and doing things of that nature. Um, but it really it was just digging deep and just continuing to move forward, um, and to narrow down. You helped me really well, kind of narrow down my scope of focus from many different ideas as being a little bit scatterbrained, as
Mhm.
I um, at times, and maybe we all are. But I was able to kind of reel that in, and with those connections that we were making together and hitting on the points that were really important, and realizing my priorities of being happy in what I do, and that success will come after that.
Yeah.
Um, Helping people and putting myself in the right position, and understanding who I am as a person a little bit more. So it was a lot of self-discovery, and I have to say that it's hard work. It
Yeah.
is
Yes,
really,
it is.
think, and again, I thank you, because this is work that I think I probably should have been doing a lot sooner in my lifetime, at different points in my life. but that I was able to do this hard work, and really look at, again, those successes, those failures, just what's important in my value system. And all of that helped me continue to kind of narrow my focus and get it closer and closer and closer to this path, which again goes towards this senior care business, but also allows me to focus on, like I said, real estate and other things that can tie into,
Mm.
hopefully, a very successful business. And I'm excited. I'm nervous. Okay, I'm making progress and I'm picking up more clients and I'm learning from case to case, different nuances of what I'm doing. And so I think that that's exciting. The exciting part is like the almost the unknown of like where it can go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's exciting to watch, and the mission of what you're doing is so impactful, like helping families with their elderly parents, and filling in that gap is so needed in the world. And so I know it was so hard, like this work is hard, that self-discovery work is hard, but you got the clarity. And so what would you say to somebody who's kind of on the fence about, they're feeling lost in their career? They don't know where they want to go, and they're on the fence about joining the program or working with me. What would you say to them?
So I would say that, one, do your research. You have to certainly find a connection which found to you and to your program. So evaluating that to begin with to make sure that it is the right fit for you. Everybody has a different personality that you may talk to or work with. And over the years, I did work with different people. And as I explained to you, I felt like our connection was really important in my growth process. I would say to somebody who's thinking about it, don't be scared. Embrace the challenge.
Mhm.
Uh, you will be scared, I should say, but not let fear paralyze you, because I think throughout the process, as we had discussions, there were times when I was letting that fear hold me back, where I would take, a step forward, but take two steps back and then continue to push forward, but always thinking about things in a uh, micro way as much as a macro way. And so breaking down each day and each task, um, to individual tasks. So looking at the big picture of where I wanted to go, finally figuring out that I wanted to create this, great company, to help elders and to help families, but understanding that there were a lot of different steps along the way that I needed to do. Getting incorporated and trying to create a website and trying to do and trying to do all these different things. If I allowed myself to just think about the whole thing that I do, it was daunting and I got stuck at different times, and we worked through that together, which was amazing. So I would say you have to allow yourself to dream a little bit too, and to find out what makes you happy in the job that you were at. Maybe you got fired, maybe you're just deciding to leave, maybe you're looking to switch within your own company, maybe you want to start your own venture, whatever that is for you. This program can really help you figure that out, and to have a mentor, and a coach like yourself, to guide you and keep you accountable,
Mhm.
accountable for yourself, that's really important. And I think that, again, we worked very well together, and I think that this purpose-driven career path that you put people on is really important, and was life-changing for me.
Well, it was a pleasure working with you and guiding you along and seeing your evolution and where you are right now and where you're growing into. And it was, like I said, a pleasure working with you. And so, if you're listening to this video right now and Jon's story is resonating with you, it's inspiring you, and you're feeling lost and you're feeling stuck in your career, reach out to me. We can schedule a quick 15-minute brainstorming call to work out if or how I can help you. And I look forward to connecting with you. My name is Kori Burkholder, reminding you to take action, feel the fear, and do it anyways.